Hi, this is a 1964 Galaxie 500 and we're going to take it for a spin. Touch the key and it fires right up. And this is the first video that I've ever gotten to do with the air conditioner on. I don't know if you can get that. I put the thermometer down in the AC. Can you see that says 42 degrees? That is actually, when I first cranked it up and pulled it out of the garage before it got hot, it's about 96 degrees outside here in Atlanta today. When I pulled it out this morning, it was blowing at 37 degrees, which is literally ice cold air conditioning. This transmission just shifts out great. This is the car that everybody's calling me about. I get more random phone calls, guys asking me if I've got a car like this in the shop for sale than any other car, including Mustangs and Camaros. More guys call me and ask me, do you have a 1964 Galaxie that's an original black 390 4-barrel Z-code car? If you ever do, I want it. And in fact, I do have a list of a couple of guys that I'm going to be calling, letting them know that this car is going up for sale. This is probably the most all-original matching numbers car I've had, or at least in a while. The carburetor's still got the FOMOCO tag on it. The engine's still got the 390 tag on it. It's got the original factory air conditioner. It blows. It's cold. Power steering, power brakes. Heater core works great. Heat blows hot. And every single thing on this car works except for the radio. I've never gotten one with the radio that works, and actually I've never gotten a Galaxie with a clock that works either. Those quit working a long time ago. But this car just drives like a dream. Other than the radio and the clock, and actually the radio pops. I don't know if you can hear that, which means it is getting power. Probably could be repaired fairly easily. I know there's some guys out there that do classic car radio repair. I'm going to pull into this old church parking lot and we're going to take a look at this beautiful driver. This transmission shifts out great. The gentleman who owned this car has had it for about 10 years. He says 2 years ago that the engine and transmission were rebuilt. It drives like it. I don't have any documentation, so I'm not going to swear to it. At the same time that the engine and transmission were rebuilt, he says 2 years ago also that that's when it was painted. It's got a Flowmaster exhaust system. Now, of course, that's not original, but you can hear it. It's nice and aggressive. This is just a beautiful car. The only other thing that it's not original about it is the wheels, but they are period correct 14-inch American racing wheels. We would have found those on 1960s model muscle cars. And I believe those are originals. 1960s model, period correct, 14-inch American racing wheels. This car is an A-code color car, which means it's originally called Raven Black. And I'm going to point out a lot of the dealer options that were put on this car. This car, when it was purchased by the people who bought it at the dealership, they loaded it out with all the dealer options. I'm going to point out these bumper guards. That's a dealer option. You'll see them on the front and rear. The window guards that run on the side. It's a dealer option. Seat belts in the front. A dealer option. Air conditioning was a dealer option. This was an upgraded. I didn't want to mess with it too much. It's the upgraded rear mirror, and it actually says, I don't know if you can read on there, it says day on one side and it says night on the other. There was something else that I was thinking of. Oh, I'm gonna let my wife get in here and rev up the engine and all that, and then we'll do all the lights and everything. Let's hear that engine. Oh man, I love these Flowmasters because they have such an aggressive sound to them when you're revving it up, but when you're cruising down the road, there's not a lot of interior noise. You could hear that we had the windows up and the air conditioner on in the video earlier. Let's see the brake lights. Alright, good. Left turn signal. Good. I hope you guys can see that. Right turn signal. It's so bright out here. There you go. And actually put on the brake and put it in reverse. I think the reverse lights even work, which is really rare. Yeah, that's just the first car that I've had in the shop where the reverse lights worked. That is awesome. First one we've had with the reverse lights work. Lights in the front. It's so bright out, I don't even know if you can see that the lights work. The brights are on right now. Push the bright pedal. There it goes. This engine just purrs like a kitten. And they did this right when they repainted it. You can tell, I mean, they painted everything, they re-jammed everything. The engine just looks amazing. It's got a beautiful detail. Go ahead and open up the trunk. While she's opening up the trunk, I'm gonna just show down that body, those body lines, and show you how straight this car is. It's not a show car. This is not a show quality paint job. It's a really good looking driver paint job. I don't know if you would pay attention to that. If you want to go back and watch in the video again when I just shut that door, I'll re-shut the doors. Just showing you the body lines again. Arrow straight down. What I was saying, you hear those doors close, listen. I mean, awesome. Engine, trunk compartment still has the original sticker. In fact, they peeled it, tried to do their best to peel it off when they painted it, and then they put it back, re-adhered it. That's the original sticker. That's not one of those remakes out of the catalog. Same thing in here. Floor pad. That's an old polyglass tire. It's possible that could be the original spare tire. It's never had to have spare tire put on it with the original jack. There's only 2 spots of rust that I found on the entire car. One of them is right here, and I've got a picture of that. Just a little bit of rust in there, and that's from what I've heard on the history of this car was always garage kept. And it was actually owned by a lady that I can tell from the insurance. We pulled the insurance records on it. Always kept in the garage, but if it got rained on, if it was ever driven in the rain, water would get under the mat. That's a notorious spot. Now I noticed underneath there when I was cleaning up the vehicle that there is clean metal underneath, and it also looks like there's a new gas tank. Either that or the original gas tank just looks like $1 million. Show you this is the original interior. I said there was, I'm getting a little distracted and bouncing around. I said there was 2 spots of rust on the entire car, and that's it. One was that one I showed you in the trunk, and this is the other one right there. That's normal. That's from battery acid leaking out of an old battery. That's back in the day when they used to have rubber caps on top and they would leak out when they got old. This is the original interior, and it's in fantastic condition, save 2 problems. One is the rip on the dashboard, 2 spots, which actually my upholstery guy said we could putty those and just practically make it look like it was non-existent, but of course we can put a new dash cap on for $100. I didn't want to mess with it, and this is the second thing. You can see the wrinkle here, that there was a tear and some tape was put on there on that door panel. Other than that, the other door panels, the seats look awesome. Not a single rip or tear, not even really any major wear lines. Not bad for the original interior. I mean, this thing looks awesome. Headliner looks great. The one thing that everybody asks me about is a black car with a red interior, and I almost had the upholstery guy do a new red interior on this thing, or even just re-dye this one. The interior could be dyed for about $350, and then those new dash pad and that new door panel could be repaired for another about $200. So for $500 you could turn this into a red interior, which seems to be what everybody's screaming for. But I like this. This is your original black and tan car. Carpet's in great shape. This is, like I said, your original black and tan car. This is the color code on the thing. I never can successfully, you'll have to look at the pictures, can't successfully do the video on the tag on the door, but the color code on it is black exterior and it's called beige interior. So you've got the keys. Never want to lock the keys in the trunk. Trunk closes easily, hood opens and closes easily. This is just a really beautiful car. I'm running a little long on the video, but I did want to show, if you can take a better look at the pictures that I shot of the underneath of this car. The bumpers have been re-chromed. I mean, the front trim looks amazing. The windshield's been replaced. I think I saw, I think they replaced it when they did the paint job because they just wanted to put new rubber in. It looks to be the original windshield. Weather stripping looks awesome. You could hear the doors open and close. No rust underneath floor pans. I'll do it real quick. I don't want to make this video run too long, but everybody's always asking me about what's the underneath look like. Floor pans super clean. Frame rails super clean. And I took a lot of pictures of the underneath, so I just wanted to show that. And no rust bubbles anywhere in the paint or anything like that. Not a single one that I've seen. We went over and actually waxed the entire car by hand. So I've gone over this car inch by inch with buffing and waxing it. And didn't see a single rust bubble or bubble through or anything like that. Making this just a super, super desirable car. I can tell that it was very well taken care of. In fact, we still have the original owner's manual from 1964. Got that in one of the pictures. Like I said, rust free. I mean, this thing is just super, super clean. No evidence of any major body work or even minor body work for that matter. And like I said, I did go over it inch by inch and hand wax it. There are a couple tiny itsy bitsy little spots here and there. Maybe like 4 or 5 little tiny itsy bitsy spots here and there in the paint that if you wax it one day you'll find, but unless you're waxing it by inch like I did, you will never even see what I'm talking about. This is just a beautiful car. Super fine. Z code 390, original 4-barrel carburetor, Cruise-O-Matic transmission. I'm just doing one last walk around on it just to show you. You can see the reflection of the trees on that. Somebody's going to just be in love with this car. It's going to be a great drive.